Good morning and welcome to the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. We are just underway with day number 3, round number 9 for four-way VFS Advanced in the tunnel right now. Let's see, we have looks like Not Fast, Just Furious with their round 9. So, an exciting day of competition coming to you today. We are going to conclude all of the events that we still have open. We're going to run right through four-way VFS, open and advanced. We're going to take a break after that, move into dynamic, and then into the freestyle portion of our competition. Once freestyle is all done, we have 3 rounds of best trick, which are going to be extremely exciting. Looking forward to seeing what these guys have put on, kind of thought up for us. So it's going to be really cool to see. And I hope you stick with us through the rest of the morning, see how this competition all plays out, see who we'll be sending to the World Cup in Bahrain later on this year. Okay, in the tunnel now, we have Scoops Angels out of iFLY Tampa. This is Kylie Rhodes, Peter Benet, Josh Lacodia, and Allie Fox. So as it stands right now, Team STF has a 9-point lead over Vertical Fusion Shakedown. Scoops Angels is in 3rd, and it looks like that's probably where they're going to stay. They're about a 34-point difference between them and 2nd place. Look like maybe a little bit of a brain lock right there. But they caught on and moving forward. Okay. And that's going to do it for Scoops Angels, round number 9. Right here we have our current leaders, STF, flying out of iFLY Atlanta. This is Justin Lovell, Gregory Lightfoot, Harold Kimball, and Stephen Beecher. These guys have a 9-point lead. So, really interested to see about how many points they scored this round. 9 points, not insurmountable in 2 rounds, but Team Vertical Fusion Shakedown is really going to have to step their game up if they want to close that gap. All right, so the projected score for this round is about 25 points. It'll be interesting to see how they
All right. Good morning, guys. We are on point here, STF in the tunnel for their round number 9. So these guys had a pretty consistent day yesterday. You know, they weren't hammering out 40 points like Core might have been in some of those open rounds, but in this advanced division, they're definitely super consistent, and they could take this thing.
Yeah.
If,
as long as they just keep flying like they have over the last couple of days, this is theirs for the losing.
Yeah, consistency is key. And they've been one of the most consistent teams we've had so far. Not one of the speediest, but the most consistent. So if they can pair this consistency with a bit of speed this round, never know what's going to happen.
I'm looking back at their scores through the last couple of rounds, and the round that really took them away from Vertical Fusion Shakedown, who was actually in the lead, was round number 7. STF got 34 points. The next closest team, which was Vertical Fusion Shakedown, only scored 21. So that 14-point boost over everybody else really separated them and given them the lead they have now.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, 9 points not insurmountable, and obviously 14 points in one round. It just depends on the draw.
Yeah. Okay. In the tunnel now, our first round of an open team. This is round number 9 for team.
Not safe for work.
There we go.
Flying out of Sacktown.
They are currently in 5th place. Looks like they are doing pretty well right here. Having a good round. Not a whole lot of separation.
They've got some veterans on this team. Mr. Chris Reynolds, been around for a long, long time. If in fact that's the same Chris Reynolds I'm thinking he is. Instructor examiner extraordinaire. Oh, wrong team. Excuse me.
In the tunnel now, we have Skydive Midwest Chemtrails.
Is Reynolds wearing a blue suit as well? I keep confusing those two suits. It's like on
I'm pretty sure he had a red suit on.
It's like on the record tryout jumps. Everybody wants to wear a black suit so nobody stands out very much. It's 8:09 a.m. on Sunday.
We're just getting our bearings.
That's right. See, oh, a little cork right there by Highlighter Legs. But I like that green. It's very easy to tell, you know, where he is and what's going on.
You would certainly know where he was on the record attempts.
Yeah, that's not a suit that a first-time record tryout attendee recommended to wear. But hey, here at the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition, we fully support it. Express yourself, player. Collective pitch in the wind right now. Got a chance to talk to these guys on my way in this morning. They were responsible last night. They stayed in. They're in great moods today, and they're ready to try and gain back some of that ground they've lost to Core and the Golden Knights. These guys came here really wanting to take the gold. It's slipped away from them so far, but they're going to do everything they can to climb up another step on that podium today. It's all going to depend on round 9 and 10 for Core and the Golden Knights.
Absolutely. You know, Skydive Midwest Chemtrails is only they're only 12 points behind. So again, it's not insurmountable, but it really all depends on how well Collective Pitch is going to fly. And as long as they keep flying strong like they have all competition, that third slot on the podium should be theirs.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. 18 points there, unofficially. 3 busts or 3 missed points, but they're quick. And as we said, you know, multiple times throughout this weekend, they've been in this game for a long time. I don't expect them to make any slip-ups here in the last 2 rounds.
Okay.
Nothing major.
In the tunnel now, our current second-place team, 7 points behind our first-place team. This is the Golden Knights. And let's see how they engineer this dive. And
all right, so they need to really...
Ooh, looks like a little bobble. That might cost them.
We'll see. But they need to really be on point. Get it? They want to put the pressure on Core. We saw even the legends can make a mistake yesterday, and you never know what's going to happen in a big national competition like this where the best of the best are flying against each other. So these guys, if they put together a solid round, it'll put the pressure on Core and really bring the best out of them.
Okay, so unofficially, 24 points. And these guys are just going to keep working right until the tunnel lights flash. This draw has a lot of moving pieces. Do-si-do in and out. And then the transition to their head. So, not the fastest draw that we've seen so far. About average.
But when you're trailing a team like these guys right here, SDC Core, the OGs, the legends, if anything, they want something that's not the fastest. Because
Absolutely.
these guys can blur through something simple.
Yes.
I mean, they can pretty much blur through anything. But if they're going to make a mistake, if you're going to be able to get a chance to slip in somewhere, it's going to be on a draw for a round like this, where there's lots of movement, where there's more potential for error. When it's just a head-down round the entire time with a changing of grips, these guys could do that with their eyes closed.
I couldn't agree more.
Looks like they can do this with their eyes closed too.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to see any more mistakes on Core.
On pace for a good score here.
So I talked to Rook last night, and they've done this for so long, as we've said, and Rook and J. Russ have been buddies forever and ever, and Rook thought it was the greatest thing in the world that we kind of gave J. Russ a hard time for corking out yesterday. Apparently, there are some stickers that are already being produced.
Awesome.
But all's fair in love and war. Amberly Brown, Rook says it's her fault. She says it's Rook's fault, but Rook corked into the dinner table behind him last night. I think he tripped over the chair and landed on the guy behind him. All right, good morning, guys. I'm here with my co-host, Dan DeRosa. I'm Daniel Levitt. We're really happy to have you at the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition. How do you feel about the competition this morning, buddy?
It's been a great event so far. I'm really excited to see how it's all going to play out. We have a lot of good competition, a lot of close competition still to come. So, in a lot of ways, there's going to be movement across our leaderboard. Some things may be out of reach in a couple of categories, but for the most part, it's all pretty open.
So we've got the last two rounds of four-way VFS that are underway right now.
Yep.
Having a short break for the judges to tally the score between rounds 9 and 10. And then after that,
moving right into two-way dynamic, the last round of our two-way dynamic competition. Once we conclude with the two-way dynamic, we're going to go right into junior freestyle intermediate and then freestyle intermediate, moving through all the freestyle disciplines, and then we are going to close out our broadcast.
the granddaddy of them all, best trick.
Yep.
We're excited to see that. That's something we don't have at every competition. We're really stoked to have it here. Mr. Ray Kubiak, the kind of legend, the granddaddy of best trick, if you will.
Trick master himself.
He's
for sure.
chief judge for that portion of this competition, and I know everybody's going to want to show off in front of the man himself.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to see what everybody brings to the table for best trick.
So up on your left-hand side of the screen there, you'll see our web link to usindoorskydiving.com. That is something that Bob has really just put together, Bob being the owner of iFLY Virginia Beach. It is going to be the governing body that governs all of these U.S. national teams coming from this event. If you take gold medal in any of the open categories, you're going to be selected to go to the Worlds. This, Virginia Beach, is the new training facility for that entire process to really expand what indoor skydiving is, as well as create gold medalists on the world level.
There you go.
That is the gold.
That's
that is
the
the gold
key
standard.
right there.
Yes, sir.
Bob doesn't just want to send quality teams to the World Cup. He wants to bring home the gold. This guy doesn't settle for anything less than the best, and that's what we're going to do here. He's going to not only send these guys, but he's going to provide them with training time here at iFLY Virginia Beach. He's going to give them all the resources necessary to perform at the top of their abilities and hopefully bring home that gold back to the U.S.
And I know Bob well. I've worked for him for 3 years, and he's not going to be satisfied with anything less. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes the gold and then how much better they get in time for the World Open in October in Bahrain.
I wish you guys could see around our broadcast booth here. We're in Bob's office, and there's lots of military memorabilia and American memorabilia. And there's one that stood out to me from the moment I walked in, and Bob and I had a chance to talk about it the other day. But it's a sign. It says in capital letters, "It can be done." And he told me he actually got it from. It was something that Ronald Reagan had in his office. So how cool is that? But it really fits what we're saying today. You guys can't see it. It's on this side of the room. But it definitely can be done. And if there's a person to make that happen, it's Bob Pizzini.
Yes, sir. He's committed to that. He's committed to this endeavor and growing the sport of body flying. I'm excited to see how this is going to go. I wish I was competing in this competition so I'd have a chance to come back here and train more.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Bob's he's an interesting guy that is extremely driven. He's like the Dana White of indoor skydiving.
Yes, he is. Very, very driven, very focused, knows what he wants, and he's going to make it go. He's going to make it happen.
Absolutely. You just saw a little shot there of Kylie Rhodes warming up doing high kicks. If you didn't know, she's got a black belt in high kicks.
These are some of our VFS competitors. There's Jay Russ.
Look at the difference in they're goofing off right now, but Core seems to be a lot more focused, and you got Scoops Angels kind of clowning around over there. I love it. Collective pitch, passing out high fives. That's James Rogers' dad right there. Super proud of his son. I talked to him a bit yesterday as well. So couldn't be more of a family event here.
It's awesome. It's good to see the whole family coming out and supporting everybody, supporting their kids, and supporting the other teams in the competition, I'm sure.
Well, not just that, but family not just coming out to support. We've got family competing together.
Yeah.
We did yesterday with the mother-son team.
In our rookie VFS category.
Rookie
Two-way
VFS, that's right. What a sweet Mother's Day present for Mary Traub to be able to compete with her son here on this national stage.
Yeah, that was fantastic. She was excited.
Is that Nick Riedel? Excuse me, my friend. I'm sorry about that.
That is Chris Farina.
Well,
hi, Chris. He's Nick's doppelganger, maybe?
There we go.
So this whole broadcast, this whole presentation here at iFLY Virginia Beach has been brought to you by the fantastic sponsors who decided to get on board and put this on because they believe in what we're doing. So I would just like to give a big thanks to them, everybody who's been on board since the beginning, and that is the Frame Family Foundation, iFLY Indoor Skydiving, Strike Force Energy, Skydive Suffolk, Virginia Beach Sports Marketing, EA Power Solutions, and Skydive Orange. Of course, our host with the most, Bob Pizzini, and the entire staff here at iFLY Virginia Beach. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. So we all thank you.
I want to make sure that we don't forget, too. We mentioned a little bit yesterday, Laura Wagner.
Yes.
Coordinator extraordinaire for all these events. She's not here right now. She's got finals in Austin, Texas this week, so we do thank her extremely. We're extremely grateful for everything she does. But also, we couldn't forget Kendall Snyder and Misty Curtis here, part of the staff at iFLY Virginia Beach. They have really stepped up in Laura's absence and really taken on that role.
And Amy Manuel.
And Amy Manuel, that's right. These three women have been working their butts off to make sure that this runs smooth and have provided everything, not just for the competitors, but for all the behind-the-scenes people, for us, for the truck, for everybody. So they're doing everything they can to make sure that this event is A+, and we couldn't thank them enough. All right, in the tunnel right now.
Team number 300, Not Fast, Just Furious.
Not fast, it's hard to tell from this upside-down view.
So a pickup team, Not Fast, Just Furious, not having flown together since first time they flew together was on Friday, the beginning of the competition.
That was the first time ever.
First time ever.
Oh, wow, didn't know that.
So
there was a little cork right there.
I think they're having a good time. They are happy with where they are.
Ooh, a little drift into the glass over there. Another cork.
Got stuck over that door burble.
Popcorn.
And the working time is up. These guys are just going to play around.
Well, 7 points, not the most you're going to see in that round, but like we said, they're in there gaining experience, having a good time. Here's Scoops Angels. always having a good time. I wonder if Kylie will do any high kicks when she's in this time. Peter Bainey, Josh Lakoti, and Allie Fox. I'm actually a bit surprised at the setup here. I would think that they would cross-partner the instructors and then cross-partner the girls for two reasons. Number one, because of body type and size.
Yes.
And then two, flying ability. And that's not taking anything away from the girls, but as instructors, they typically spend more time in the wind. So I think it would be a bit more balanced had they been cross-partners rather than side-by-side partners. But hey, what do I know?
I wonder if that was under discussion when they were kind of putting their team together and putting the pieces together. But
No, I bet you Kylie was just like, yeah, just get in there.
yeah, let's just do it.
Maybe Kylie just really wanted to hold hands with Allie.
You never know.
Or actually, maybe Josh and Peter just really wanted to hold hands. Never know.
So projected 11 points for Scoops Angels. And it looks by my count, they're going to be your bronze medalists in this year's competition. So congratulations to Scoops Angels.
Vertical fusion shakedown. Stepping in next, this is the 4-way VFS advanced category.
So they need to have a really, really solid round right here to be able to potentially close the gap between them and STF.
7 points behind at this moment. This is the 10th and final round, so if they're going to do it, now's the time.
Got to lay it all on the line and just let it rip, I guess.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be conservative in the last round.
Well, if you ask Timmy Hunkler, you don't want to be conservative ever. His conservative is 97% of full speed.
I like that theory.
It's so metal. Timmy, one of our 2-way and 4-way dynamic competitors.
We're going to see Timmy in just a little bit here.
Member of Team Wing It.
Wing It.
I think that's the name of the 2-way. I could be confusing it with the other two, but primarily a member of Prana Vayu. Let's see if I'm getting that right. We've got
Wing It and Pickle Ricks.
No, he's on Pickle Ricks. Yeah,
Yep.
Wing It is
Cole and Jeff.
Cole and Jeff, and Pickle Ricks is Dave and Timmy. Same outfit, same facial hair, same haircut. It's easy to get them confused. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for Vertical Fusion Shakedown.
So this is the last round in 4-way VFS Advanced. Team STF looking to make a strong finish here and solidify their spot as the gold medal winners in Advanced.
Led by Harold Kimball, lead instructor from iFLY Atlanta. Overall good dude. Looks a lot like Scott Stapp from the band Creed back in the day. And I wish we could bring up an image of Scott Stapp as a graphic on screen next to Harold's profile picture.
So they have finished their working time.
They don't know that. They're just
They're just sinking out a little bit there.
staying on his head though.
Hit that door burble.
That's going to do it for STF.
There's Harold.
We still need to get some, what do you mean, Scott?
Scott, yeah, sorry.
We need to get some clarification on what the STF stands for. We know what NSFW stands for. Not safe for work.
Flying their 10th and final round of the 4-way VFS Open portion of our competition here this weekend.
Hey, depending on how wild this round goes, it could stand for not safe for wind. So you'll see one of the flyers there flying a short sleeve suit. That's definitely by choice. And it could be because that person weighs a bit less than the rest of the team, and obviously the wind speed is constant, or it could just be that's the only suit they have. Me personally, being a bigger person, I couldn't fly a shorty for VFS like that. I would prefer the sleeves just for a little bit of drag, even though I like a tight suit. But yeah, flying a shorty does add another level of difficulty to the situation. So I suggest the long sleeves, but hey,
Yeah, to each their own.
to each
But
their own.
I'm right there with you. I have a shorty. I've flown it in the tunnel, and it was only 1 or 2 times, and I'm not going back.
Well, you know what he was probably thinking? Fashion over function. Gotta look good, feel good.
That's right. So now, in the tunnel, Skydive Midwest Chemtrails.
All right, chemtrails looking good so far. So guys, notice how they move through the points. They're efficient, they're relatively speedy, but then when you look at the OGs like Core, chemtrails is almost 100 points behind. And that is not a mark against chemtrails. It just shows you,
The levels to this.
yeah, the levels, how fast a team like Core or the Golden Knights can be to separate first and fourth place by almost 100 points.
It's incredible.
Absolutely.
They're all flying the same draw. They have to do the exact same thing in the tunnel, turn the same points, and have, with the exception of one, almost left everybody behind.
There's collective pitch. Brad Hunt, Lane Paquin holding hands. And you got Tyler Romer and Curtis Weaver, the other twosome over there.
When you watch their transitions from this view, you can really see how in their slot they stay. And what I mean by that is they're not drifting towards their partner or away from their formation. They're staying right in place, maximizing their efficiency. You can see Lane in the white suit. When he transitions back up to his feet, there is no drift. He's not moving. He's just right in that same spot and then right back on his head.
You choose any name in this four, you could say that same sentence about.
Yeah.
These guys are super experienced, long-time instructors, long-time skydivers.
He's just easy to pick out in that white suit.
I agree. Lane's been very active this competition.
Yeah.
He's flown two-way dynamic, four-way dynamic, four-way VFS open, and side flying out the door. He's been doing a little player coach with a little James Rogers.
James, we're going to see in just a little while here.
All right, here we go.
We get into the freestyle.
Golden Knights, if they're going to challenge Core for that top spot, they need to come out super fast right here. No mistakes. They need to blow through the points. And they're doing a great job so far. They need to put the pressure on SDC Core. Force them to make a mistake. You know, leave that door cracked a little bit so they can get in there and
Have
try
a
and steal
potential
that
to
top
steal the win.
spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can tell that they're pushing extra hard because they're drifting to the left side of your screen just a bit, not causing them any problems whatsoever, but typically they stay right in the tunnel, but you can tell that they want to win. They're giving it all she's got. Scotty.
So projected 33 points.
Looks like 33 points by our predictions.
And these guys go right to the finishing bell.
You see on the very, very right side of that graphic, that confidence meter, that graph, about 50% there.
Yeah.
Again, the more points in the round, the kind of more mid-range confident level is going to be. But we'll see how accurate it is. All right, here we go. 10th and final round.
Four-way VFS Open at this year's 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition. This is SDC Core. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's done.
It's fitting that they go last.
see as they move their hands for this section of the points right here, their bodies don't move.
And it's not just that their bodies don't move. Watch, let's get that underneath the net shot again. Their hands move at the exact same time. Yeah. Everything is literally in sync. It couldn't be engineered any faster, any better. There's no bobbles. There's no question about where the grips go. These guys could do this in their sleep. Unofficial projected score of 33 right here. Confidence meter pretty high. When Core's in there, the confidence meter should be pretty high. It looks like they're probably going to take the gold here, but we won't know until we get the official scores. For now, we're going to take a very short break, let the judges tally those official scores. We'll be back to you in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned. We are coming back with the final round of two-way dynamics. See you soon.
See you.
I went to a hockey coaching seminar last summer, and one of the presenting coaches told us about this program he does at his ice rink where they help inner city kids who would never be able to ice skate or figure skate. I came back from that seminar energized. I threw the concept on the table to my management team, and together we developed a program called SeaTac Soars. We selected 12 kids from the 5th grade. It's a 13-week program that we donate, and they come and fly with us. And we're teaching these kids pride and confidence that's going to be with them for the rest of their lives.
When I first got the notification that I was going to be here, I never even knew of the program. I love to fly. Whenever you get into the wind tunnel, it's like everything blows away.
We're making a difference in children's lives that are local in our community. These are kids that live in our neighborhood. My favorite part of the day every week is sitting down with them after the speaker has spoken and the food's being handed out, and I sit and just chat with these kids. It's just been awesome.
So we had to write a letter why we wanted to be in iFLY and why should we be picked.
To be able to read the essays before, a lot of the kids were very unsure at the beginning, very nervous. Just to see them develop and grow and overcome their fears is a huge encouragement for me. Maybe I should push myself in everyday life as well.
I like the fact that us school children can come here and really relax and just come in and fly and have a great time.
I think it's awesome and they should do it again next year.
Mesa Corporation is a multi-divisional company that takes a holistic approach to packaging and printing. Mesa's print facilities are supported by a world-class team of graphic artists, utilizing the latest pre-press technology. From concept to design, production to delivery, our state-of-the-art facilities are properly equipped to meet all of your flexographic offset or digital print needs. After your labels have been printed, it's time to package. Our team can customize a packaging and equipment solution for any product or application, and further support you by delivering the supplies your company uses every day. Use our proven products and services in your own production facility, or outsource everything to our turnkey contract packaging group, allowing you to focus on growing sales. Mesa will leverage our printing, distribution, and contract packaging expertise to get the job done right. Mesa Corporation, the complete package.
We are a leading energy firm that specializes in increasing our clients' operating margins by reducing their cost per unit energy expenditures. We're also energy brokers who negotiate competitive energy buying opportunities achieved through our sound analysis of global energy issues, initiatives, and strategic insights into evolving markets. And our advocacy efforts are specifically geared to benefit the financial interests of our clients.
Mesa Corporation is a multi-divisional company that takes a holistic approach to packaging and printing. Mesa's print facilities are supported by a world-class team of graphic artists utilizing the latest pre-press technology. From concept to design, production to delivery, our state-of-the-art facilities are properly equipped to meet all of your flexographic offset or digital print needs. After your labels have been printed, it's time to package. Our team can customize a packaging and equipment solution for any product or application, and further support you by delivering the supplies your company uses every day. Use our proven products and services in your own production facility, or outsource everything to our turnkey contract packaging group, allowing you to focus on growing sales. Mesa will leverage our printing, distribution, and contract packaging expertise to get the job done right. Mesa Corporation, the complete package.
All right, guys, welcome back to the 2018 U.S. Indoor Skydiving Competition. Here from iFLY Virginia Beach, we are ready to get underway with the final round of Dynamic Two-Way Open. A lot of people's favorite discipline here this weekend, Fast and Furious.
That's right.
They have lots of room to put the pedal to the metal. And up first?
Up first is going to be Team Cool Frijoles,
consisting of Steven Seven Lopez and his partner, whose name has just slipped my mind, but he has a sweet mustache.
Justin. I'm going to go with Justin. Justin Hope.
Justin Hope, that is right.
There we go. So the draw for this sixth and final round of two-way dynamic is head down snake, a butterfly, and head down circles. Oh, we have a bust already right off the bat.
All right, they're in the end of the first page. Here's the start of page 2, the snake. The green and blue lines apply for the snake. Now right here, that red center line applies. Actually, no, it doesn't because of the butterfly, but I don't know if we can explain that in 30 seconds.
Well, I do believe with the butterfly, you have to fully cross that red center line. If you don't fully cross that red center line and end up on the other half of the tunnel, that is a bust.
All right, so what Dan's talking about, you'll see here, just one second, right here, you'll see him cross, switch sides, and to cross the line, not go through the ring, all the way up, they bust again. See, when the red lights come on, that's a 5-second penalty because they either didn't fully cross that red center line or some part of their body went through that ring. Let's get that ring view one more time so we can explain to the people at home what we're talking about.
That was a quick round, though. These guys,
it was quick.
We're on point. Lots of busts.
Yeah, the busts are really going to hurt them there. All right, here's the replay. Look at the right side of your screen. You see that donut in the center? The helmet right there went through. During the vertical portion where they're crossing on each side of that red line, they cannot break that center ring. They need to act as if there's a laser beam going through it and go all the way around, or it's a 5-second penalty. And every time that red light flashes, 5 seconds.
Okay, up next in the door, it is Team 502.
Team Evil, Ryan Lee.
Ryan Lee and Richard Michael. So the name of the game this round is Speed and Greed.
That's pretty much the theme for two-way dynamic open. I love it. It's fun to fly.
We are working up from the bottom to the top in this sixth last round. And they are in the tunnel. So into the snake, crossing that green line, now into the butterfly.
Here's where the donut applies. Oh!
So curious to see what they're busting on here, because they've had consistent busts, the previous team and these guys. I'm thinking it has to be a center line bust.
Oh! Ryan Lee flew a head down 360 there. I'm not exactly sure why that's not in the draw. Oh, you know what it was? I think he thought he was going into the circles and shouldn't have.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be busting here on the butterfly.
On the butterfly.
Okay, on to the third and final page here. Coming into this last butterfly.
Cleared the ring nicely.
There's a clean butterfly. Onto those head down circles. Now they're going to cross that green line and out the door. Richard got a little hung up, causing Ryan to hesitate.
Yeah, it's like that 15 seconds worth of bus penalty points.
So let's take a look at that center line right here. I think that's where the busts are coming from. Not fully clearing that red center line when they go from one side of the tunnel to the other on that vertical piece. Okay. So next up in the door, we have Team 5:06, the Febreze brothers hailing right here from iFLY Virginia Beach. This is Dave Manuel on your left, James Foran on the right. The wind is coming down.
Yeah, not sure why the wind's coming down right now.
Probably a judge's review. All three of those guys in the picture, instructors here at iFLY Virginia Beach. Chandler guarding the door.
Dave Manuel guarding the country with Old Glory. These guys are having a good time. Again, we'd like to take this opportunity to remind you where you can catch the scores if you're curious.
That web address is competition.iflyvb.com/results. Head there and you can see all the scores as we have them. Stay up to date with the most current times on all of your favorite teams.
So if you guys are wondering where the female team is here for this two-way dynamic open final round of Sarah Curtis and Amberly Brown, they flew their final round yesterday because Sarah had prior obligations. She had to be back in Arizona, and so we went ahead and let them fly their final round yesterday, give them a fair chance at winning this competition and completing all 10 rounds. Excuse me, all 6 rounds. And their score will be hidden until all the competitors have completed this 6th and final round. So just in case you're wondering where they were, don't worry. They got to fly all their time.
They finished it all. So it looks like the judges are just going over that last round by Team Evil.
It's a good shot of your competitors waiting to fly. Pranavayu on the left. Actually, that's Pickle Ricks on the left. Half of Pranavayu. The boys in blue, that's C squared. There's Nico in the red. He can't sit still, can't sit down.
And in the middle, we have VA Beach 2. That's young Severn Laverius and Cameron McMahon, who is part of the 4-way team here. And there's a good shot of our judges going through the bus review.
There's Garrett Bloodworth on the left side of your screen. Casey Gardner with the long hair. Ben Roan, who I think is filling in right now in the back, the tallest guy and the closest person to your screen. That's Scott Stapp from the band Creed. Can you take me higher? He's going to come up here and kick my butt in a few minutes. There he is. Harold, we love you, dude. If I didn't like him, I wouldn't talk to him the way I don't talk to Nico. 5:06. You got Chandler in the door, giving his instructions on what team is about to enter to the judges.
Keeping everybody on the same page here. Okay, lights are white. These guys are in. So, first move is this head down snake. One of the faster moves we're going to see here in dynamic in terms of the snakes. No switching from in face to out face. Nothing going head up to head down.
So I saw a red light flash indicating a bust on the butterfly. I'm not sure what it was, and it was very, very quick. I don't know if that was a mistake or if there actually was a bust. Couldn't tell from our view, but we'll have to see in the replay and see what the judges possibly had an issue with. Because everything else looks super clean.
Yeah, Dave and James are flying well right now.
Getting through the butterfly clean, no bust that time.
The third and final head down circles. They're going to cross that green line and out the door. Nice round, boys.
Very, very clean. I'd like to see that possible bust here again. Hopefully this is that first butterfly. Let's see what happens.
We're going to keep our eye on that center line.
Huh. That was pretty tight.
Yeah, see, I didn't see it. I don't know why the lights came on.
I'm sure the judges are going to review that, and
Yeah, keep in mind the time you see, including the penalty time with the bust, these are unofficial. These are best guess right now. The judges are going to review the replays, come up with an official time, and that will be on the scoreboard where you can find it on the website.
competition.iflybb.com/results.
That's right. So wait for the official scores. Right now, these are best guess from our perspective.
So in the door right now, Team 511, Imperio, Nico Gonzalez,
Chris Andrade. Chris, longtime instructor in the old Orlando Tunnel, the mothership, the original mothership.
the original.
Started it all for us. And Nico started with us in Austin, then spent some time in the Woodlands, and now for the past, I guess, a little over a year, has been at Westchester in New York. Under the tutelage of a very good friend of mine, Andrew Kenichi. Had the pleasure of working with him for many years in iFLY Austin, and now he is the lead instructor at iFLY Westchester. He's got sweet hair.
Some of the best in the business.
Big old curly afro. He flat ironed it one day. His girlfriend flat ironed it before he came. It was awesome. Got that deep voice. He shreds metal on the guitar.
Yes, he does.
What's up, Andrew? If you're out there, buddy, miss you.
Okay, the lights are white.
And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Absolutely. I only spent a few months with him while we were in Austin, but the nicest guy, awesome dude. And fortunate to know him. So here we go, right through this first snake. These guys are flying fast.
Oh, that's a clean butterfly.
To the head down circles. Now they're going to come back. Bottom loop into the next snake.
The butterfly looks very clean so far and fast. I like how they're flying the straight line theory.
Yep. And on into page 3. This last snake. You can see Nico cross your screen. There he goes. Third butterfly. Finishing these circles, and then they're going to see them finish with the bottom loop here. They're going to come around the tunnel, past that green line, and then out the door as fast as they can possibly go. Under 60 seconds. Wow.
No busts.
Good, clean, fast round for Team Imperio. Finishing the day on a good note.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. No bust. Watch here when we get to the butterfly portion. Chris waits until he's all the way at the bottom, close to the net, before he throws that bottom loop to ensure that his head and hands stay out of the ring.
Good round.
Imperio currently sitting in 8th place, but I wouldn't be surprised if they climb up a few spots after that round. All right, up next, C Squared, the 17-year-old twin brothers flying out of iFLY Austin. These kids started out as just regular first-time flyer customers, came back, started attending the iFLY Austin Kids Club, which was actually conducted by the very talented and awesome-haired Andrew Kenichi we were just talking about a few minutes ago. He used to play guitar with these kids. I know they've been playing the ukulele, or at least Connor has, throughout the weekend here. And they graduated from Kids Club, got some coaching for some awesome guys there. And now they're actually not only flying a 2-way dynamic open team, but they're on a 4-way open team with 2 instructors at Austin, Danny Cordito and Dusty Shaw.
Team Crucible.
Team Crucible.
These guys are flying really tight to that center line on their snakes. There's no penalty for that.
It's
good
a smart
job.
strategy.
Absolutely. Good job avoiding the ring there.
So I got to work with these guys a bunch. I've said a few times over the weekend. And ironically enough, the butterfly. Oh, yeah,
no.
he's out.
Pull him all the way out.
Connor getting Casper out. He saved it. But what I was saying is, ironically enough, the butterfly was one of the things they had the most trouble learning. And they just smoked it here today. No issues whatsoever.
Clean through the butterfly, just like you alluded to.
Very nice.
That was a ring bust. Okay, in the door now, in the tunnel, the Fly Scouts out of iFLY Virginia Beach. That is Severin Laverius leading, followed by Cameron McMahon in the white helmet. Sev, only 13 years old.
Competing in multiple disciplines this weekend.
Yep. Competed in two-way VFS. And here in Dynamic Open, Sev's quite the little ripper. You see them going into the butterfly now, switching sides of the tunnel, and then coming back to the side that they originally started on, continuing on into those head-down circles. Now, bottom loop into the next page. This is page 3, starting that snake. You can see them come past that green line one more time, and Sev's gonna come all the way across your screen. And right back.
Yeah,
good job avoiding the ring.
Excellent so far. No bust. Nice and clean. This is what they want for their 6th and final round.
Nice time.
Little bro hug to celebrate.
Severin getting it done. Nice job on the butterfly. Making sure to cross the center line completely. Making sure to stay underneath the ring. Well done. Okay, so in the tunnel already, Pickle Ricks out of iFLY Portland. This is Timmy and Dave. Looking for a good time here. These guys are currently sitting in 5th place.
So you could make the argument that these guys have a little bit of a tougher time staying out of the ring on the vertical moves like the butterfly because they're so tall. I think Timmy's 6'4", and Dave's about the same height.
Yeah.
But also, they can generate a bit more power because they have more surface area. So, you know, it's all that power to weight ratio. Try and be as tall as thin as you can. Timmy has the ideal body type for flying. And it shows. He's a speedy dude.
And 2 of the nicest guys are going to be here. So I didn't see any busts while they were flying. I didn't see the lights change, but when they got out, there was a couple busts added to their time. So I don't know if that was just an error. So if you're watching at home, make sure to check the scores on our website, competition.iflyvb.com/results, to get the most live and official scores for these guys. In the tunnel now, team 503, Wing It, currently sitting in 4th place. This is the other half of Chronovayu with Jeff Dimmick in the orange helmet, and that's Cole Fair in the green helmet. Into the butterfly of page 2. Hole cutting that ring nice and close, but cleared it. Okay, it's the butterfly, 3rd and final butterfly. If you are just tuning in, this is the 6th and final round of two-way dynamic open for this year's competition, 2018 U.S. Indoor National Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. We are about a little more than halfway through. The top 3 teams remain. That was a really good time put together by Wing It right there.
Coming up next is going to be Team Crucible, Danny Cordito and Dusty Shaw out of iFLY Austin. The other half of the four-way team with C Squared, Direct Current. So while we watch the Wing It's highlights, Team Crucible in the door. Getting ready, the Cordito. He's giving the pouty face. I don't know what he's so sad about. It looks like a sad puppy right there. Trying to shake himself out of it. Cordito also longtime OG Orlando tunnel instructor. Learned how to fly in the old girl.
There's the other half of their four-way team. Giving them some props. And what about Dusty? Did he start in Austin as well?
Yeah, I hired him. Started in Austin. Great attitude, great guy. Extremely quick learner when it comes to flying, and he's going to do big things.
I think that's been a common theme this whole competition. A lot of talent starting around and in the iFLY Austin tunnel, the mothership.
Yeah, you know that Orlando was the OG, but Austin was kind of the thing that sparked the big boom in the industry.
Yeah.
And you know, the first of the new design, first tunnel where you could open the doors while it's running, super efficient, super fast, big flight chamber. It was a nice opportunity to be there and get to meet all these people as they came through for training or FITP or just to visit. So really, really gave me a great opportunity to meet most of the people in this industry. That's how I met you.
That's how we met, absolutely. And Bobby.
And our co-host, Mr. Bobby Alcock. Pretty much everybody else in this industry, whether they were there for a tournament, to train, to work, for fun. It really was the epicenter for a while.
Okay, Team Direct Current, Team Crucible sitting in third in the tunnel now for their sixth and final round of two-way dynamic.
This is half of Team Direct Current.
Those fire and ice suits.
Dusty always kicking off the glass, showing his awareness. That was very close.
Nice job by Danny. Cutting that super tight.
Dusty's zooming.
Yes, he is.
Oh, wow.
Really forcing Danny to keep his pace up. Third and final head down circles, passing the green line. Out the door, what a time.
54 seconds, no
Wow.
bust, unofficially. It looked fast, and clearly it was.
They just shaved about 6 seconds off of Nico and Chris's time there.
Yeah, they were down.
They're 60, 61.
A little less than 12 seconds from second place from Atmosphere XP, but they really put the pressure on these top two teams. 54 seconds. I don't know if we're going to see a faster time than that for this sixth round.
And right as you were talking about before, you can really see Dusty kicking off those walls, generating that extra power.
I agree. I think it's the fastest way to do it, the straight line. But I do think in order to fly the straight line the fastest, you should kick off the wall.
I think you have to.
Unless you're Aspire.
Then you would just be traveling extra distance for no reason.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, in the tunnel now, our second place team. This is Atmosphere XP. That is Andrew Sutton on the left in the green helmet, and Mike Brewer in the black helmet on the right. These guys have had a really good competition up until this point. Interested to see what they're going to throw down here. Judges still look like they're deliberating a little bit. As soon as those lights change to white, that means atmosphere will be ready to go. So we are in day 3 of this competition, the third and final day, just about halfway through. We are in the second to last team of the two-way dynamic portion of our competition. After this, we are going to be moving right into junior freestyle intermediate and freestyle intermediate, followed by the 2 open divisions of freestyle. And then something we haven't seen yet so far is the best trick, rounds 1, 2, and 3. You're going to watch the competitors throw down the best that they've got.
Atmosphere XP underway. These guys have been flying together for a while. I actually met them in iFLY Austin as well. Ooh, I don't. That's going to be a bust on the butterfly right there.
Did not cross the center line fully by Andrew.
So somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember this right from one of our previous competitions. One of, if not both of them, lived on a tent in North Carolina. Lived on a tent.
Lived in a tent, yeah.
Lived in a tent on the drop zone just so they could skydive and fly in the tunnel as much as possible over the course of one summer. And clearly it paid off.
I think you can see a really distinct difference between them and Team Crucible. They're flying more of a carve style line, less kicking off the wall, really none.
But hey, they're in second place as well.
Second place, yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens.
Ooh, so that one bust could be the killer. I mean, we've talked about that multiple points throughout the weekend. 5-second penalty is huge, especially when you're vying for one of those top couple of spots. You had some of the teams further down the list putting in fast times, clean rounds. So it's going to be interesting to see how the top 3 here shake down once all is said and done.
Yeah, when the podium's separated by a couple seconds or less between first and third, 5 seconds for one penalty is extremely detrimental.
Okay, the lights are on. This is our first place team. They haven't lost a round yet. This is iFLY Aspire.
That's right. They've scored a perfect 100 points every single round they've flown so far.
That's Noah Wittenberg, Kaylee Wittenberg. Noah 11, Kaylee 13.
Oh, there's a bust.
And they are showing the adults how it's done. Do you think even with that bust, they're going to beat 55?
Ooh, we'll see. They are the offspring of the legendary Mike Wittenberg, skydiver, tunnel flyer extraordinaire, spent many years at Skydive Dubai. And he's a great filmmaker. If you haven't seen Wittenberg's skydive videos, check them out. They're pretty awesome. Good taste in music too. We like some. Oh, Bobby's shaking his head next to me. Bobby likes a bit of punk rock as well.
That's for all 3 of us here. Oh, by 3 seconds. Wow. 53 with the 5-second penalty on the bust.
58 after the penalty.
Excuse me, 58 after the penalty.
58 after the penalty, 53 before, whereas Crucible had 54 seconds, no busts. So this will be the first round that they lose if those unofficial scores end up being correct.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be enough to knock them off that top spot of the podium.
So as we just watch a quick highlight here of the last 6th and final round, last team to fly in our two-way open portion of the competition. We are going to take a quick break. We are going to be right back with the freestyle, final round of freestyle. So please stay tuned, and we will see you back in just a minute.
Come and join me. We'll teach the world to fly. Will you come and join me? I'll fly you to the sky. Jump on in, it's time to fly. Let imagination go round. Jump on in and take my hand. Put a little bit
We are a leading energy firm that specializes in increasing our clients' operating margins by reducing their cost per unit energy expenditures. We're also energy brokers who negotiate competitive energy buying opportunities achieved through our sound analysis of global energy issues, initiatives, and strategic insights into evolving markets. And our advocacy efforts are specifically geared to benefit the financial interests of our clients.
Mesa Corporation is a multi-divisional company that takes a holistic approach to packaging and printing. Mesa's print facilities are supported by a world-class team of graphic artists utilizing the latest pre-press technology. From concept to design, production to delivery, our state-of-the-art facilities are properly equipped to meet all of your flexographic offset or digital print needs. After your labels have been printed, it's time to package. Our team can customize a packaging and equipment solution for any product or application, and further support you by delivering the supplies your company uses every day. Use our proven products and services in your own production facility, or outsource everything to our turnkey contract packaging group, allowing you to focus on growing sales. Mesa will leverage our printing, distribution, and contract packaging expertise to get the job done right. Mesa Corporation, the complete package.
All right, guys, welcome back to the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition. We just wrapped up the final round of Dynamic Two-Way Open, and now we are heading straight into Freestyle Junior Intermediate Competition for their final round. Coming up first, looks like we're going to have, excuse me one second. Bobby has moved my computer. Emma's going to go first. We changed the, yeah, thank you very much, Emma Putney. We changed the order to reflect the current standings. Emma Putney's going to be up first. And now we're playing a little hurry up and wait, but she can't be iced. Stone cold.
Looks focused.
Ready to get in there and rip. Bobby Alcock joining me in the booth right now.
Excited to be here. I mean, exciting morning.
It has.
Already wrapped up VFS, finished up some dynamic, and now finishing strong with some freestyle.
And then don't forget best trick to follow this. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I almost forgot about best trick. Ray Kubiak judging.
All right, here we go. Now we have the proper order up. So it's going to be Emma Putney, followed by Tegan Hanks, Ben Lamont, James Raymer, Maya Macias, Charlie Bomer, Isabel Concepcion, James Rogers, and Parker Davis currently sitting in the lead. He'll be your final competitor. But momentarily, Emma Putney will be stepping in for her 7th and final round.
All right, Zach in the door, getting the thumbs up from the judges.
Emma patiently standing by. He's not saying anybody's crazy. He's asking if the video's rolling.
All right, Emma Putney is in for her final round of Intermediate Junior. Doing a little bit of stick carving.
Emma with a nice front flip, coming out of some stick carving. Way up at the turning greens.
Nice double barrel roll at the bottom after coming down from the diffuser.
I like her use of the glass. And when you first teach someone to go way up in the diffuser like that and then dive back down feet first, it's intimidating. And this girl is not afraid whatsoever. Big round of applause for Emma Putney and her final round for Freestyle Junior Intermediate.
Just take a look at the replay.
Perfect sit-fly body position. Way up top with the big dive down to the bottom. One of the most fun things to do when you're in the tunnel. Get in there and use all that vertical space. All right, we're going to have Tegan Hanks up next. No, excuse me, Ben Lamont did it again. It's because their scores are tied. Ben and Tegan currently both sitting at 39.6. The camera was on Tegan. Fooled me again. So Ben Lamont in the tunnel, flying out of iFLY Tampa, and coincidentally, so is Tegan. But they are tied right now with 39.6 apiece. So this 7th and final round could potentially separate them. Ben doing some nice sit-to-sit front flips. There's the sitting bull feel free to name it whatever you want, Bobby. We don't know the names for a lot of this stuff. I don't think there are names for everything.
I like Sitting Bull.
Let's see what you can come up with. Ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Lamone.
Up next, we had Tegan. Looks like she's got her shoes on, all flashing.
Are they
I just
working
saw her
today?
messing with them. Messing with them.
Nice. For her final round yesterday, it looked like she couldn't get the shoes to work. I don't know if the batteries were dead or what the situation was, but it's nice to see those bright lights. Adds a little bit of excitement. Nice barrel roll entrance. So we're getting word from the broadcast truck that Tegan Hanks has her own YouTube page, and all the clips from her competition experience this weekend are on it. If you Google 2018 U.S. Indoor Skydiving Competition, you should be able to find the link to it. I had the extreme pleasure of coaching this little girl in the Kids League at iFLY Tampa during my time there for a couple months. And she, as I've said throughout the weekend, is absolutely fearless, and it's nice to see her competing on this national stage. The sick double barrel roll right there. There's some belly carving. She'll be flying head down in no time. And I like how she's the only competitor to do this belly and back cartwheel around the glass. Very difficult to do. All right, up next, James Raymer. A little flip, twist, bobble on the way in, but that's not going to keep him from shredding the rest of this round. There's some very nice sitting bull, front flip to sitting bull. Out face knee carving, followed by a double front flip. So we're seeing these junior intermediate competitors definitely make use of all the real estate inside the chamber, vertically and horizontally. Wow, he's on fire. He's going for broke in this last round. I like the intensity. Let's see what he's got for the exit. Nice sit fly exit straight out the door. No hands necessary.
Yeah, I think he stepped it up for this round. But he changed his routine a little bit, threw in some extra front flips.
Yeah, James Raymer finishing strong.
Yeah, I think the judges will reward him for that one.
Maya Macias in the wind already. Flying out of iFLY San Antonio. Very difficult to fly that flamingo position with one leg down and maintain an outface carve around the tunnel at the same time. She's making it look easy. Oh, now the same thing the other direction, showing her versatility.
That's something I notice a lot in freestyle. Everyone tends to want to go their strong direction. Showing that you can do these moves both ways definitely increases difficulty, adds some points.
Oh, nice. She's doing that that kind of outface belly carve, throws almost like an anti-breaker in at the same time. I think we're going to see a big parkour style backflip, running backflip off the wall, and out the door. Maya Macias happy with that 7th and final round for her freestyle junior intermediate competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. All right, while we watch Maya's highlights, Charlie Bomer getting ready in the door. There she is, in the white and pink. I know you can't see it, but she's got a big smile behind that helmet. she allegedly went up to Sydney Kennett and I think asked for a picture or an autograph or something and said she was her idol. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Charlie is, I think, 8 or 9 years old, and Sydney's maybe 13. Not only is she competing alongside her, but able to kind of hang out and participate. You just don't see that in other sports. And we're very happy to be able to provide that for this next generation of tunnel flyers. And look at that control and flexibility. You know oh, please go ahead.
Yeah, I like the use of the tunnel. She's doing the same move, but showing control by moving up and down, really changing the levels, not just doing it in place. Definitely adding to the difficulty.
You know who's got to be really proud when they watch this, other than her parents?
Who's that?
Inca.
Yeah.
Inca's kind of the OG for the white suit freestyle women flyers. Absolutely one of the best tunnel flyers in the world, and she's definitely has paved the road for little flyers like Charlie and the rest of the girls.
Yeah, I would guess almost every freestyler in this competition has at least been a little influenced by Inca.
Absolutely. Charlie Bomer with a very, very nice final round here. I like how she did that flamingo spin barrel roll back into the flamingo out face carve. Definitely demonstrating control. Here it is. Let's see her do the barrel roll. And then right back into it. Very, very nice. Straight into an out face carve.
All right, entering the tunnel now is Isabel Concepcion. She's currently sitting in third. Let's see how she does on her final routine.
Only a few points separate her and James Rogers for the battle for second. Oh, nice backflip twist. Hometown girl here from iFLY Virginia Beach. Belly to belly front flip. Oh, barrel roll into sit carve. Now, I personally cannot sit fly and belly fly at the same wind speeds. She doesn't seem to have a problem with it whatsoever, but I think that's because she can arch a lot more than I can. Flexibility, it's not something we typically talk about, but throughout this competition, flexibility is definitely a new skill that seems like it's a must-have if you're going to contend for the podium.
Especially in freestyle.
Javier Serrano learned that lesson the hard way last night when he tried to do Guillaume's split against the glass.
I missed that one.
Oh, you left by then. The judges flew when we concluded the broadcast last night. They, got in there and flew for a minute. Javi tried to do, how Guillaume does the split against the glass, that kind of vertical split. And he went a bit too aggressive, and I thought he tore his hamstring. He's totally fine, but he's going to be a little bit sore today. All right. Coming up next, your second place competitor, James Rogers out of iFLY Tampa. Said a lot of good things about him this weekend, and again, the learning progression is so fast. I watched this kid learn how to fly on his head, I feel like just barely a year ago, and now he's competing in multiple disciplines here at the U.S. National Competition. For future competition info and information on what's going to happen with the U.S. national team, check out usindoorskydiving.com for all of the information about training, sponsorship, and what we're going to do for these guys to send them to the World Cup to bring home the gold. Right now, James Rogers in the wind, doing a little head down carving with kicks off the glass, showing his control. Belly flares and out face carving.
He's sitting in second. It's a battle for first place with him and Parker Davis.
Oh, very clean Thomas flare into in-face carving. Wow, super smooth. Half breaker. And here's these side stalls. I don't even know if I can do that.
They're hard.
Flip twist, perfectly executed. He's a Lane Paquin's disciple. Not a surprise that he's an excellent flyer. James Rogers.
Great round.
Yeah,
I know it's
very,
hard
very
for you
good.
guys to hear at home, but something that was different is he's flying with music today.
I'm pretty sure the Bobby, the guys at home have the music.
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's hard for us to hear through the headphones.
Absolutely. Especially during this last day of the competition, during the finals. We need to be separated a bit. There's a lot of excitement on the flight deck. They've got us isolated so that we can keep our focus and keep that kind of background noise out of the mics.
And now is Parker Davis for his final round, sitting in first place. Let's see what he's got.
He's got a pretty good lead going into this last round. As long as he can keep it together, there's no reason why he won't take home the gold. Oh, a little bobble right there. How'd you like to see Parker and James form a two-way dynamic team?
That would be awesome. Where are they located? Parker's out of Loudon, James is out of Tampa.
Tampa, yeah. Lane, I'm not trying to kick you off of James's team, but it'd be cool to see two little rippers like this come up together.
There are those infinity breakers.
And that is one of the main reasons why he's sitting in this top spot right now. Nobody else in this junior intermediate open division, or excuse me, freestyle junior intermediate division, doing infinity breakers at all, much less like that. He does them better than some of the adults do. Parker Davis is absolutely a little ripper, and we couldn't be more excited to see him fly here.
All right, that's going to conclude Freestyle Junior Intermediate. Moving on to Freestyle Intermediate.
All right, while we watch Parker's highlights, Nick Bartow getting ready for his 7th and final round.
He is battling for first place against Doug Wilson, who has 7/10 of a point of a lead.
Doug Wilson, it looks like is going to go. No, yeah, Bartow's going to go first. Doug was standing. It wasn't Doug.
That was
it's
Zach.
The instructor who's wearing a black suit as well. They all have the same color suit on. I can't tell. Here's Bartow with a very nice anti-breaker to head down outface carve. Moonwalk. Oh, very nice. But just to show the degree of difficulty, he's going to go ahead and do a blind exit out the door. He's done that all weekend, and it's very difficult to do, especially being as tall as Nick Bartow is.
Anti-breakers into outface. Currently watching some of the highlights of his routine.
He makes it look easy, but moving your feet around like that while you're carving outface, definitely not easy. You're changing the way the wind is hitting the first part of your body when you're head up, which is your legs. And he's making little tiny adjustments on the fly that you can't even notice, but had he not had the ability to make those adjustments, it would definitely throw him off. But he looks seamless from our point of view, and that's what you want to see, the ability to manipulate the wind on his part.
All right, Doug Wilson walking into the tunnel for his start.
Doug T2000 Wilson.
Here he goes.
So somebody suggested yesterday that Doug Wilson in a future competition should replicate a Blades of Glory figure skating performance and bring it into the wind tunnel. I think that would be absolutely amazing and quite fitting. To see this guy fly in person is insane. That side fly with the scorpion grab.
Doing some breakers, but the difference is he's grabbing his leg as he does them.
Excellent final round for Doug T2000 Wilson. He's happy with his performance.
Hey, if you have any questions about best trick, I'm going to be doing a quick briefing. I'll be doing a quick briefing in that class.
So that hand above the head again, his hand is the first thing hitting the wind when he's upside down like that, which causes a big, big change in the way the rest of the wind hits your body. And he deals with it no problem whatsoever. Very cool. So that's going to wrap up Freestyle Intermediate. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Freestyle Junior Open. Stay tuned.
The dream of flight is as old as human imagination, one that transcends all cultures and ages. Until recently, only a few people could live that dream, but not anymore. iFLY's mission is to make this dream a reality for everyone. In 1998, iFLY created modern indoor skydiving by inventing the technology to make it safe and fun for all. iFLY is not a ride, it's an interactive experience. You control how your body moves. You decide how high you go. Every flight is different, and every flight is better than the last. Here's how it works. iFLY's patented high-efficiency fans power this amazing experience. They generate up to 120 miles per hour of wind that is directed down the sides of the tunnel, under the building, and back up through the flight chamber. The result is a smooth, wall-to-wall cushion of air on which anyone from ages 3 to 103 can safely fly. To date, iFLY has flown more than 6 million people on 4 continents, and even at sea. iFLY created the market and is now recognized globally as a premium entertainment brand. iFLY operates 37 tunnels in 10 countries, with an additional 29 currently under construction. The company has identified more than 800 potential tunnel locations globally. Flying is no longer limited to a lucky few. iFLY is making the dream of flight a reality for everyone.
Come and join me. We'll teach the world to fly. Will you come and join me? I'll fly you to the sky. Jump on in, it's time to fly. Let imagination go on. Jump on in and take my hand. Run a little bit until you catch the wind. Run a little bit until you catch the wind.
We are a leading energy firm that specializes in increasing our clients' operating margins by reducing their cost per unit energy expenditures. We're also energy brokers who negotiate competitive energy buying opportunities achieved through our sound analysis of global energy issues, initiatives, and strategic insights into evolving markets. And our advocacy efforts are specifically geared to benefit the financial interests of our clients.
Mesa Corporation is a multi-divisional company that takes a holistic approach to packaging and printing. Mesa's print facilities are supported by a world-class team of graphic artists utilizing the latest pre-press technology. From concept to design, production to delivery, our state-of-the-art facilities are properly equipped to meet all of your flexographic offset or digital print needs. After your labels have been printed, it's time to package. Our team can customize a packaging and equipment solution for any product or application and further support you by delivering the supplies your company uses every day. Use our proven products and services in your own production facility or outsource everything to our turnkey contract packaging group, allowing you to focus on growing sales. Mesa will leverage our printing, distribution, and contract packaging expertise to get the job done right. Mesa Corporation, the complete package.
And we're back to the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition. Day 3, the third and final day. We are about to begin the final round for Freestyle Junior Open. I believe coming up first is Regina. And this is a really tight race. They are all within 1 point of each other. You can see the judges are in place. Regina looks like she's getting ready. Dave Manuel in the door. As soon as he gets word from the judges, we will begin. I hear the tunnel ramping up. I think it's about time. Regina looks ready. There's a good shot of James in the driver's booth. Giving us a peek at the wind speed Regina's flying at. Looks at 74%. See, we're waiting on the judges to be placed in their proper positions. All right, Dave got the thumbs up from the judges. Regina is ready. Her dad just gave the cue to start the music. She is watching at him for his count. Three, two, one, she is in.
Available to us, we will be sure to let you know. So as of yesterday, Regina is sitting in 4th place. She's about 9/10 of a point behind our first place leader, Chewy Diath, although our rounds haven't been updated, so we're still waiting on the scores from rounds 4 through 6. To see where she's actually going to place. A little bit of a bobble there on her exit. But overall, a good routine. I don't know if Regina looks pleased with that or not, but...
Yeah, it looks like she had a couple of fumbles in there, but otherwise a pretty clean round. I mean, all 4 of these kids are so impressive.
Yeah.
That's why it's such a tight race. Definitely a difficult decision for the judges here.
So if you're interested in viewing the scores for yourself, you can go to our website, competition.iflyvb.com/results, and you can get the most live, current, and up-to-date scores that we have. And in the tunnel now, this is number 801, Sydney Kennett, flying out of iFLY Denver. And Sydney is quite the impressive flyer. Both Bobby and I have the privilege to get to see her fly. About monthly, she comes out to Oceanside and trains with her two-way dynamic partner, Naya Dixon. So Sydney is quite the flyer and is iFLY's newest sponsored athlete. Nice flip twist there from Sydney.
According to our score, she's actually tied with Elijah, showing you how tight this race is between the 4 of them. So they will definitely be giving it their all on this final round of Freestyle Junior Open.
So after we finish these next 2 competitors, Elijah and Chewy, we are going to take a quick break and we will be right back with Freestyle Open, round number 7. Once Freestyle Open is completed, then we will be moving right into the best trick. 3 rounds of best trick. We have 7 competitors. You'll see 7 of them in round 1. The field's going to be cut to 4 in round 2. And then the top 3 performers in round 3 are going to battle it out for that title of Best Trick 2018 National Champion. Okay, Elijah in the door. Again, him and Sydney were tied, so interesting to see what the judges are going to have for us when some of these scores become published. But Elijah with copious amounts of tunnel time, and it shows in his flying. Very, very skilled, really controlled.
Nice breakers into a side fly.
A little bit of moonwalk outface, head up carving there. Nice flip twist from Elijah.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones I've seen in his past couple of routines.
Let's see his exit.
Front
Challenging
layout.
exit. And he sticks it. He stuck that one every time he's done it.
Double thumbs up. He's pleased with that round.
All smiles from Elijah. Nicely done. Wow.
Double twist and a double flip.
The level of difficulty of that trick is so high, and to watch Elijah nail it and nail it with consistency is just goes and shows the level of flyer that he is. Beautiful. And here's double again, drifting a little bit close to that wall, but hangs on and then flying it right up the door. Okay. Something that we talked quite a bit about, our first place contender. This is flyer number 208, Chewy Diath. And ladies and gentlemen, just pay attention. This kid can rip. Those flip twists are perfectly on heading. He's super smooth, really controlled. And I know Daniel and I have mentioned it before, but there's no doubt that he could compete in the open division, fly with the adults, and do well amongst them.
Did he have that flip twist in his routine yesterday where he was grabbing his leg?
Yep. I don't think he had it maybe the first round.
Okay.
But in round number 3, I'm pretty sure he did. And this is into his side fly, which he's going to speed up and then slow it back down. Beautiful. Stomp the landing. Stoked. All right, here's some highlights from Chewy's round. That flip twist, speed, precision, control, staying right in the center of the tunnel. And then this is what Bobby was talking about, the flip twist while he was grabbing his leg, right into that helicopter spin. He is one incredible flyer. 13 years old. The sky's the limit for this young man, and I'm looking forward to what he's going to bring in the years to come. He is the future of the sport. I mean, future is right now. You're looking at it. Chewy Diath out of Canada. Awesome job, Chewy. It's been a pleasure watching you compete all weekend. Right now, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back with round number 7 of Freestyle Open. Stay tuned. Sure. And we're back at the 2018 U.S. Indoor Skydiving Competition here in iFLY, Virginia Beach. Underway right now is round number 7, the 7th and final round of Freestyle Open. In the tunnel, we have Rainey Schmaltz giving it all in her last free routine of the competition here. Rainey flying out of iFLY Denver.
Now this is the last round, and this is another close race. So they are definitely giving it everything they have. Trying to impress the judges.
One last time. This is a free round. No compulsory moves, full creativity up to each individual flyer to do as they please for their 60 seconds of working time. So you're going to see the best of what they have to offer. Our scores still only published from what these guys flew on Friday. So as of then, it was Reese Wilson, Kaylee Wittenberg, and Austin Crandall rounding out third place. Interested to see what the scores are going to be updated with from yesterday. There was some bobbles, some strong rounds. Everybody, for the most part, had a hiccup and a solid round. So from what I could tell, it's a pretty open podium at this point. I think a few of the competitors have separated themselves from the pack, but for the most part, I think that number 1 position is open. I think it's going to really come down to this 7th and final round. Really interested to see how this all plays out.
We have Claire up next. She's in the door waiting for the judges to give her the go-ahead. And it looks like she has a change of suit today.
Yes.
Before she was flying, I think, a black flex. Now she's in her instructor suit.
Interested to see why she's flying this change here, but a little bobble into the glass there for Claire. Really nice head up spin there. Showing her control. Right into the Mana Space Lab. She struggled that a little bit.
Yeah, getting blown up into the diffuser. Not perfect, but still looking good. And big back layout out the door. She looks happy with it.
So here's her entrance. Nice layout right into some head up spins, and then she gets a little bit away from her, contacts the glass a little bit, but recovers. A solid round from Claire. Not as technical as some of the other competitors, but overall, very, very good round.
Nick Sortino is up, starting his routine with that handstand on the net. Definitely a different approach.
He's the only one that we're seeing starting in that position. Nick, an instructor here at iFLY Virginia Beach. We both were working with Nick when he started, and his flying's certainly come a long way. I know he's trained a lot for this event. Nice breaker into some side flying. I had a chance to talk to Nick yesterday after he finished competing, and I know he wasn't completely satisfied with the way he performed, so looking to give it his all and pull out a really strong last run here in round number 7, Freestyle Open. Nice side fly exit. You're not seeing anybody else do that.
take a look at some of the replays. Getting caught up on the glass a little bit there.
Nice anti-breaker into side flying though. Anti-breaker being spinning the opposite direction of your momentum. Something that you're not going to see many of the other competitors doing. Add an extra layer of difficulty to that breaker. Okay, number 860, Kristen Rouse flying out of iFLY Tampa. Kristen, an instructor in Tampa. Demonstrating her flexibility right there. She's having a good round so far.
She is, it's clean.
This might be the best round that she's put together yet.
Yeah, I would agree.
Into that Mana Space Lab, and then right here she's gonna flip her hip over. See if she's got on these head-up spins. Pull the arms in a little bit for a little bit added degree of difficulty. Nice round, Kristen. Finishing it off on a strong note. Really, really smooth. A little stumble through the Mana Space Lab, but other than that, look at that. Nice and centered in the tunnel on those helicopter spins. Good job. Okay. This is a lady who's been busy all competition. This is Amberly Brown flying out of iFLY Phoenix. And in for her 7th final round of this freestyle open portion of the competition. Nice head up spin, staying really, really centered in the tunnel. Here in Freestyle Open, if you're just tuning in, each competitor has 60 seconds to do whatever routine they decide to do, showing off their best flight skills. There is music playing to their background, so it's an added layer of synchronicity to the music. And Amberly certainly giving it her all. Got that nice ballerina style going on. She's been busy all weekend. She competed in 2-way and 4-way VFS.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. It just shows how talented everybody is.
Yeah.
That it's not just one discipline everyone's training for, everyone's competing in. We have people competing in 2-way, 4-way, dynamic, VFS, freestyle.
It just goes to show that if you want to be an excellent flyer in any one discipline, I think the best way to do that is being well-rounded in all aspects of your flying. It's only going to bring up every other level.
Absolutely.
While we check out some of these highlights from Amberly, we just want to remind the folks at home, the show isn't over. After this, we have Best Trick to come. It's going to be a treat, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. And then once the competition concludes here, we're going to be having our award ceremony at the Shack on 8th Street. In the tunnel now, Kayla Jones. Flying out of iFLY Austin. And Kayla with a very, very unique style, all her own. Nobody else spinning on her head like that. Chest really open, creating a lot of forward drive when you open your chest like that, pulling your arms back. But she manages it very, very well and is able to keep it under control and in the center of the tunnel. And a nice exit for Kayla. She's happy. Awesome job. Let's check out some of these highlights. And that's what I'm talking about. Having your shoulders swept so far back, her face looking at the net, and it is not an easy body position to fly, and she absolutely crushes it. Nobody else is doing that. So next up, we are going to have flyer number 855, Guillaume Ballou, out of Canada, flying out of iFLY Toronto. We saw Guillaume flying with Chewy earlier in the VFS category. She's really dynamic. Either way, Guillaume, really, really strong flyer, flies with a ton of power.
And very fast.
His video live stream is not going to do it justice. When you're standing on the flight deck watching him fly in person, it is just explosive to the next degree. Nobody flies in the tunnel as hard as he's been flying. Really smooth into that breaker to outface. Spotting his exit. And he's out.
Nice job. Clean round.
Very clean round from Guillaume. Getting down to the last few competitors here in the final round of Freestyle Open for the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. If you've been tuned in with us all weekend, thank you for joining. It's been our pleasure to bring you this live broadcast. We had a lot of great competition. Really, really amazing flyers, all age groups. It's been unbelievable to see how talented some of these young kids are and what the veterans are bringing to the competition. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And now, before we go any further, this is
Blake Cullen.
Blake Cullen, flying out of iFLY Portland. Blake with the ferocious breakers, as you can see right there.
He just keeps them going.
And being able to keep it down in the glass close to the net like that is so, so difficult. As you start to spin, it naturally just wants to draw you up towards the white part of the tunnel or the diffuser. And he does a fantastic job, better than anybody I've seen so far, keeping him down. Nice flip twist, triple flip twist, and a little bit close to the glass, but keeps his momentum going. Okay, and a nice exit for Blake. He's been a strong performer here all weekend.
Yeah, his first competition, and he has definitely performed extremely well. I think everyone's very impressed with his flying.
Yeah, his flying is really, really strong. And look at those breakers from the bottom cam there. Amazing, drifting a little bit to the glass, but keeps it going. Skilled enough flyer where even though he gets up close to the glass, doesn't phase him, just keeps moving on forward with his routine. Nice breakers there. Impressive flying from Blake all weekend.
All right, and now is Austin Crandall. I know he's excited for this last round. He's going to be giving it everything he's got. Starting off with some door tricks.
Right into a flip twist. Austin flying out of iFLY Virginia Beach. He's really looking to put on a show for you here. I know he wants this competition bad, so let's just watch and see what he's got. Good control. And one thing you're going to notice about Austin's flying, he's doing stuff in both directions. He's not going just to his dominant direction. He's adding an extra layer of difficulty by spinning both left and right. Really, really difficult there, doing those breakers with behind your back. Really nicely done with that breaker for Austin. He's pumped. He likes it. Man, that breaker he threw at the end, he was so fast. I know he bobbled it a little bit yesterday, but really impressive from Austin, and that helicopter spin generating so much speed and so much power. And keep in mind, he's doing this all while flying at about 90% of what the tunnel's capability is. Man, look at that breaker, really clean. And 90% of what the tunnel capability is probably about 140 and 145 miles an hour, give or take. So, you know, the level of difficulty of what he's doing is so high. If you've never flown in the wind tunnel, for sure come down and check it out. But when you understand how difficult it can be to control yourself in the wind, you'll realize just how easy he's making all of those moves look. So,
all right, and now is Kaylee Wittenberg looking for her dad to get that cue of when to enter to the music, and she is in. Starting off with that explosive flip twist.
And similar to Austin in that she can spin both ways.
Yeah, very versatile.
Nice breakers. But flying it up into the diffuser a little bit, you know, it's the difference between her and Blake. Blake's able to keep that down. Granted, she's probably about a third of his size. But control.
Look at her body position on these outface. Every time she does a front layout, back layout, head up, it's very straight, very elongated. Flying efficiently, flying clean.
Yeah, there's no wasted movement in her flying. On a Space Lab into a flip twist and out the door. Nice round from Kaylee. She's put consistent rounds together all weekend. Flying two-way with her brother Noah. These are two of the best flyers in the world. And they're 11 and 13 years old. It's amazing to see her getting there and rip. So, up next, our last and final competitor of the Freestyle Open round. A guy who, at the end of the day on Friday, was sitting in first place. The guy who won this competition last year. This is number 852, Reese Wilson.
Yeah, similar start to Kaylee's routine, jumping right into a flip twist. And that outface, slow into the side fly, that's just incredible. So much control. Holding that heading during those cartwheels into those side stalls, awesome. Maybe getting a little high there. Don't know if he meant to do that or not.
And a little bit of a net strike. So, you know, Reese maybe leaving the door open for somebody to come and take.
Yeah, not sticking that exit either. Not his cleanest round, but
he's happy.
All smiles still. It's going to be a tight race between him and Kaylee for first.
We talked about this yesterday. You know, we're fortunate to just sit up here and talk and watch. We don't have the pressure on us, the pressure of being a judge for this competition. And I wouldn't want to be. It's too close. So we are going to take another short break. We will be right back with the last competition of this year's 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. It is going to be best trick. You do not want to miss it. Stick around. We'll be right back.
in the staging area, that would be great. You couldn't do it. Alright. If you have that trick, come on over here. We're about to line up to get this thing started.
Welcome back to the 2018 U.S. Indoor Skydiving National Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. We are just about to get underway with our final competition of the weekend. It is Best Trick. This is a kind of a throw-in competition here. It's not in every competition.
Should be.
Should be. Absolutely should be. It's going to be awesome. The way this is going to work, each competitor has up to 30 seconds to throw their best trick. It could be a sequence of tricks. It could be one singular trick. 30 seconds of working time. They don't have to use it all. They're not being judged on that, but that's the max time that they have allotted. At the end of the round, all of the scores are going to be compiled. The top 4 competitors are going to move on to round 2. When they start with a clean slate.
Looks like we started already.
Yeah.
Kaylee Wittenberg in there. And she's oh wow, she's pumped on that. Is that Kaylee or Noah?
That was Noah.
That's Noah.
That's
Backflip,
Noah.
double twist, and he is pumped. He's giving himself a King Kong chest beat.
That was awesome.
Little dude is stoked. So, all right, there's a good example. You don't have to use all 30 seconds. He got in there. He got in there and ripped out his trick right away. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that we had a question for the broadcast truck right now, guys at home, asking if this is like a speed check or if this is a test. I think this is just it. Yeah, we're getting kind of a all thumbs up from the judges. It looks like you're sitting down there. I think this is a trick portion, or this is the competition portion. Sorry, it's not practice. There's Reese Wilson holding that insane side fly again.
Unreal. You're not going to see anybody doing it better than that.
However,
No
it is insane, but he did the same thing in his freestyle routine. So the judges have seen it before. Doesn't take away from the degree of difficulty, but it also doesn't surprise them either.
Exactly.
So I wonder how that'll be scored.
So I was saying earlier, top four competitors move on into round 2. Clean slate. They get to throw out another trick. They can do the same one. They can throw something new. And then after that, the top 3 competitors are going to move on to round 3. And again, clean slate. So each round, no score, best trick possible. Let's see what they got. Austin Crandall.
He was pumped with his pretty much best trick in freestyle. Ooh, a little bump on the glass. Is he going to call it quits? Is he going to try it again? He's got 30 seconds. He could go do it again. He tried not to hit the glass on the next one. I think he's thinking, that's smart.
And let's see it on the replay here. Quite the spin up. But not a big enough tunnel for the distance he traveled there.
There's Blake Cullen.
Blake, the master of the Infinity Breaker Cullen.
With his lightning bolt shaved into the side of his head.
Really curious to see what he's going to throw down here. Monster flip twist. I can hear the crowd cheer from up here.
Absolutely. He's pretty pumped with that. Here's a replay. I don't think we can count the twists, but I don't know, 4 maybe?
A lot.
A blurry flip. Up next.
Our second youngest competitor in this round. A young man who has impressed me. I know Daniel as well all weekend. This is Chewy Diath.
Flying out of iFLY Toronto.
And I can't say enough about his flying. It's been spectacular all weekend. Consistent, explosive. Let's see what he's got. Fingers crossed.
Perfectly executed flip twist. I'll say front flip with a double twist, I believe.
I think it was a double, yeah.
Possibly
That's
3.
what it looks like.
It's hard to tell.
Hi, Reese.
Looks like Doug T2000 Wilson coming in. So this is interesting. He's competing in best trick. However, he only competed in freestyle intermediate. I think he could have competed in the open division.
Grabbing that leg for the Infinity Breaker.
Method grab Infinity Breaker. Oh, he's stoked. Look at him. Oh, did he just spit some water out in there? He must have had a mouthful of water the whole time just for the celebration. He knew he was going to nail it. That way he could open his Terminator visor, blow out some water. Let's get a replay of the celebration at the end.
Well executed.
Let's see if we can get that different angle of his celebration when he gets to it. we go. Let's stay with him until. Here we go. Watch this. Oh yeah, bonus points. He is pumped.
Timmy was liking it.
Definitely. Up next, Sydney Kennett.
I'm pretty sure this is our last competitor of round number 1 here, Best Trick. Lots of flips from Sydney, lots of dizziness, but
I don't know if that's all judged as one trick or 10 different flips, but I know that I can't do either one of them.
impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure, flip twists are awesome.
So we're just going to wait on the judges here. Waiting for our chief judge for this portion of the competition, Ray Kubiak, to let us know what the scores are. So if you've been with us all weekend, it's been a fantastic day of competition. Fantastic competition all across the board. We are going to take a quick break. We are going to come right back for round number 2 of Best Trick. It's going to be the top 4 competitors. And when we bring it back,
we'll tell you who
have
those
that.
4 are. We don't know just yet.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach, just underway with round 2 of Best Trick. This is Noah Wittenberg throwing down flip twist after flip twist after flip twist, crushing it.
Kaylee Wittenberg ripping it up.
Noah.
Oh, excuse me, Noah.
I don't know if he can find the door after all those flip twists.
A little dizzy. Oh, he's looking to be
A
super
little
dizzy.
bit.
Same suit, same helmet. Definitely Wittenberg. Maybe he's playing up a little drama for the judges. Timmy Hunkler said, hey, maybe he's had too much apple juice this morning. Very cool.
Awesome job, Noah.
11 years old, one of the best flyers in the world.
Unreal. He did 4 in a row and he didn't move out of the center of the tunnel.
And stops completely upright every time. Like total awareness. Unbelievable.
So this is Reese Wilson.
It's nice to see this contrasting style. He goes in from that kind of very slow head down carve to this side fly. We'll call it the Iron Cross side fly. Nobody flies it like this.
Nobody.
See his hands twitching a little bit. Just shows you how much strength and control it takes to hold that awkward position. Your body is not designed to fly on its side like
Not
that.
at all.
And Reese making it look easy.
So here in round 2, it's the top 4 competitors from round 1, clean slate. They're going to take the best 3 out of this round, move on to the final round of Best Trick, and we will have our winner at our awards ceremony, which is going to take place around 2 o'clock at the Shack down on 8th Street here in Virginia Beach. So if you're in the area, you want to come check it out, that's where the award ceremony is going to be.
Absolutely good times down there. We're looking forward to crowning the champions.
Yes, we are. Okay, this is number 3 on the docket. This is Blake Cullen.
Cullen, that's right. Are we going to see a flip twist or an infinity breaker?
I hope we see the infinity breaker.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Oh, close to the glass. Recognizes it, though. He's got 30 seconds. He can do it again. Good for him. I like the fact that he's making the most of the working time. Doesn't have to settle for that, that one attempt.
Nicely done, Blake.
Very cool.
You see he's a little frustrated with it.
No high five for the instructor.
Leaving Zach Jones high and dry right there.
So, Dan, let me ask you a question, because we don't have the scores yet, obviously. Because of the order they just went in, is it safe to assume that Chewy is in first right now, or is this just random for round 2, the order that they went in?
You know, based on round 1, I think it's pretty random. Hard to say, though. We saw some awesome tricks being thrown down in round 1, so I don't know. What do you think?
It's tough to say.
I'm stoked to see this kid in there, though. Chewy Diath. Yeah, getting it.
Little backpack kid dance.
Let's see what he's got in store.
He's got to take into consideration who the judges are, though. There's no way that that Ray Kubiak knows what the backpack kid dance is. But
ooh, I don't know. I beg to differ on that one.
He has kids, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's right. He might know what it is, so maybe he's earning brownie points. Chewy doing unbelievable flip twists.
Crushing it.
So if it's flip twist, that's hard to say. Flip twist to flip twist, there's his dance. Do you award more points for the person that does more twists within the flip, or the person that stays in the center the most?
For me personally, more twists in the flip.
I agree.
Yeah.
As long as you don't crash into the wall.
Higher degree of difficulty.
I don't care if you drift a couple feet here and there.
When this kid throws them, they are just spot on.
That's right.
Okay, so we have 5 competitors going. I thought we were only going to have 4. All right. That's okay. This is Doug Wilson. Throwing out some nice side flying.
When you got 5 shredders, you
let it
make
go
room for one more.
Yeah.
So the difference here, though, notice Doug's arm placement compared to
Reese.
Reese, thank you. Reese flying at a higher degree of difficulty because he's not using his arms in the wind as much as Doug is. You'll notice Doug's head is kind of cocked towards the upper part of the flight chamber, where Reese's is totally flat because he's using the side of his head, that kind of ear portion of his helmet, to generate a little bit of lift as well because of his hand position. So again, in an apples to apples comparison, I'm going to give the nod to Reese for the side fly.
Yeah, no question there. Not to take anything away from Doug at all, but like you said, in side-by-side comparison,
Yeah, from a
having
completely subjective viewpoint,
yeah,
taking your arms out of the equation more so has got to increase the difficulty.
So that is going to do it for round number 2 of Best Trick. We're going to wait for the judges to tally up their scores, and we're going to see who's going to be moving on to the third and final round, final event of this 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach.
Only the top 3 competitors are going to move on to the third and final round. We're going to give the judges 5 minutes or so to be very, very clear on who those 3 people are, and we're going to come right back to you.
Yes.
Don't go away. We could be back in less than a minute. We don't know how fast the judges are going to make these decisions, so stay with us.
Stick with us. See you soon. Stop halfway. It's three. It's those three. Okay, welcome back to the third and final round of this best trick competition. The final round of the competition for the 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Championship here at iFLY Virginia Beach. Up in the tunnel now, Noah Wittenberg.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Noah playing right into the hands of Ray here with the flip twist. Ray, master of the flip twist.
Backflip, double twisted. He's pumped. Look at him.
Nice.
He's double bicep flexing.
Love to see the enthusiasm.
Yeah. Getting some props from his fellow next generation superstars. So double tuck back, triple tuck backflip, excuse me. To a backflip with 2 twists, I believe. It's hard to count. He's so blurry.
4.
Yeah.
5.
I'll just do a bunch of those in a row and stay right in the center of the tunnel. No big deal.
And manages to find the door.
Okay, up next, Chewy Diaf. Let's see what he's going to do for us. I like his red shoes. Oh, man. He's doing the stanky leg. Whoa, very cool.
Wow.
I like how he perfectly stops it when he's in that standing position again, facing the exact same heading.
Incredible.
I couldn't judge this.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chewy Diaf
Chewy Diaf.
executing those flip twists 100% perfect. These youngsters are really putting the pressure on Reese Wilson, who's going last.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Chewy, it's been a pleasure watching you fly all weekend. You have an amazing skill set, and I'm looking forward to what you're going to continue to bring and grow in the future. Awesome
Absolutely.
job, man.
Couldn't agree more. That's not to take anything away from Noah or any of the other competitors. It's just that Chewy's relatively new to this upper echelon.
Yeah.
And he stepped right in there with zero hesitation whatsoever. All right, so now Reese, he did the side fly, the best side fly we've seen for his first 2 rounds of this best trick competition. What's he going to do here? Looks like he's going to go for that same kind of out-face slow carve into that side fly. But are the judges going to value this or the flip twist more? It's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Ooh, I don't know if that was intentional or if he bailed on it. He's got more working time. Very, very cool. Nobody flies it like that. Reese Wilson, one of the best flyers in the world and absolutely one of the best trick flyers. We'll have to see what the judges like today. Did they like the flip twist or did they like the technical skill of Reese flying this insanely unaerodynamic body position?
There's nobody else flying it like that. So, yeah, tough call for the judges. Good luck, Ray.
Yeah. So I always like to try and think of it. Would the judges, do they think that Ray could do the flip twist? I said Ray. Do they think that would it be easier for Reese to pull off the flip twist in the way that Chewy or Noah did, or could they learn to side fly the way that he did? Who could adapt faster? Maybe that's a better way to try and judge it.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at it from that perspective, I think it's harder to probably pick up that side flying that Reese is doing. He's the only one doing it that way. So I know he can flip this. We saw it earlier in the competition today. So if you're looking at it from that, then you probably give the nod to Reese. But, you know, I'm not a judge, and I'm happy to not be a judge right now because that was a hard round to judge.
I agree that it's probably harder to pick up, but flip twists have been around for a lot longer. Yep. The side flying's kind of new to the sport. So we'll have to see what they feel like today.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. That's going to conclude the entire event for this 2018 U.S. National Indoor Skydiving Competition here at iFLY Virginia Beach. Along with my co-host, Dan DeRosa, I'm Daniel Lovett. We want to take this last opportunity to thank our sponsors. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible, so thank you very much.
Frame Family Foundation, iFLY Indoor Skydiving, Strikeforce Energy, Skydive Suffolk, Virginia Beach Sports Marketing, EA Power Solutions, and Skydive Orange. Of course, to our host, iFLY Virginia Beach. Without you guys, Bob Pizzini, all the staff here, everyone involved to make this happen. Laura Wagner, back home in Texas. Thank you guys very much. If you are interested in checking out the scores, they are going to be posted online on our website, competition.iflyvb/results. They will be posted at 3 p.m. That's where you can check out who the winner of this competition is and who is going to be moving on to the World Games in Bahrain in October. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's been our pleasure bringing you all the action. We hope to see you back here next year, January 2019. We'll be bringing U.S. Nationals to you live. So thanks again, and we're out.
Thanks, guys. We love you. Peace.